Hey guys, Michael Kiehm.
Tashina Beckman.
Listen, we got a cool tip for you this time. This is something unique, a little bit different. We're trying to specialize now in one or two topics and then show you something really simple that you can use to get it down, and then we'll cross it over into other patterns. But this is actually a little series we're going to do for you. This is an introduction to stealing counts of music. But basically what we're talking about is we don't like the fact that everything looks the same, like it's all one speed. So we'll back up here and we'll show you what we're talking about. If we did a sugar push and an underarm pass for an example, basic 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, then 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. There's nothing wrong with this pattern. We're dancing it on time and we're staying constant, but it's a little bit boring because it's all the same speed. We're walking into the pattern in the same single rhythm tempo, into the triple rhythm tempos. Everything stays constant, and again, if you're a beginner, this is probably where you should be for a bit. But if you're getting a little bit bored with your basics, one thing you could do is start learning how to steal from the counts. Basically, you're delaying rhythms and then catching back up, so to speak. So we're going to give you an example of that. I'm going to lead Tashina to come towards me on the 1, 2, and we're going to make the 2 come to a little bit more of a quick stop. So it'll be 1, 2. So once we hit the 2, instead of moving the feet right now, we're going to stretch the body a little bit for count 3. So there is no step on 3. We're just holding beat 3, leaning into each other, compressing 3. Then we're going to speed up and go and 4 instead of 3 and 4. And then again, we're going to hold the 4 and stretch a little bit, and then dance instead of the 4. We're going to stretch the 5 and dance and 6. So you can see that changes the timing, but we haven't really changed the length of our timing. So we're counting in on 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. Instead of 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. Now we can use that same rhythm on just about any move, but we'll do it as an underarm pass so you can practice that with us. But we're leading as 1, 2, holding 3, and 4, holding 5, and 6. So if your music is really fast, that might be difficult to do, but with a slower song, this is perfect. Again, 1, 2, hold 3, and 4, hold 5, and 6. 1, 2, hold 3, and 4, hold 5, and 6. And notice when I say hold, the only thing we're really holding is our feet. Our body is still continuing to dance. Okay? 1, we step on the foot on 2, and then we add stretch through the 3. We're building up compression. And then we move quickly, but not too much through the body, mostly just the feet. And 3. And then again, we hold the 4 with a big stretch, and then 5 and 6, or and 6. So we're still taking the 3 steps, basically, using the 2 beats of music. Like I said before, you can use this in other variations too, but my advice is, or our advice actually, is take a basic move like a sugar push and an underarm pass and practice until you can control that timing. Now the question might come up to you, especially the ladies might be saying, well, who controls that timing? Do I just decide to do that, or does he lead that? Well, it's actually an either or again. He may decide to do it just by creating that stretch, and you can feel him holding and then speeding up, or you may just decide to do it. So I'm going to give you an example of that. I'm going to dance basic timing. She's going to dance the stealing count timing. So I'm leading 1, 2, and I'm stepping, she's pausing, and I'm stepping, she's pausing. But we always get to that last step at the same time. So if I were dancing with her, I might feel a subtle difference, but it wouldn't be enough to make me throw off or not be able to do what I wanted to do. So it should be something you can do with a partner who's not doing it with you. Now it could be the same for me. I might be the one doing it. So she's walking 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. So I'm doing it, and I'm relaxing the tone in my hand because I don't necessarily want her to do it with me. I just decided I wanted to do it.
And if you're doing it individually or with your partner, it doesn't matter. It's about how quickly you transfer the weight through your feet. And that's really what's determining that speed change, and then allowing, even if your feet stop moving for a brief second, like Michael said, letting the motion continue through the body, and then how quickly you change the rate of the weight transfer into your feet when you decide to do those syncopations or stealing the beats.
You may decide to take out steps or add steps in. Again, it depends on the length of time you have in those 2 beats of music. If you have a slow song, you can stretch it out and really make it a long stretch, or if you want to move faster, you could add more steps to it. But then you'd have to be really good at getting that footwork into the floor. So that would be doing something like, if I wanted to add a step, let's say, I might do the sugar push as 1, 2, do that little stretch, and then go, and 3, and That was like 5 steps I just took. Okay? And it's not something I'd recommend unless there was something really happening in the music that called for it. You don't want to do it, because you'll end up looking a little bit on the spastic side if you did that. Or maybe a lot like on the spastic side. But anyway, we're going to show you what that looks like to the music. We'll be right back.